Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Barkanmu da sake haduwa a bidiyo na farko a sati na biyar a nan Tech Solutions Limited wanda JavaScript programming. A wannan satin za mu yi magana akan abubuwa guda uku. Abu na farko shine za mu yi magana akan abin da ake kira event. Abu na biyu za mu yi magana akan abin da ake kira mathematics. Abu na uku za mu yi magana akan abin da ake kira date, time. So event things that happen on a HTML element. When the JavaScript is used in the HTML page, then the JavaScript can react on such things. Kun gane ko? Kamar wasu abubuwa ne da suke faruwa a HTML element. Idan suka faru, JavaScript can react to do something. Misali, maybe filling the form, right? Maybe if you're filling the form, if the JavaScript is added to do something when you are filling the form, then the JavaScript can do that for you, right? When you click submit button, the JavaScript is added to the form, then the JavaScript can do something like that. When you move your cursor mouse on top of an element, if the JavaScript will add it to that, will also listen to that. So all the interactivity and whatever you do on a web page, if the JavaScript is added to listen to that, the JavaScript will be able to do something, will react against when one. Okay. We have some example of this HTML element event. We have page, for instance, finish loading, right? Or maybe input field was changed, or maybe a button was clicked, all such things that I will just finish explaining to you people. Okay, now I think what we need to do, let's just see it in action. I think it will be better. Okay, now what we do is that from our previous class of CSS, then we just create a file which is just a blank file, JavaScript file. We file the JS and then we link it here and we are good to go like that. Okay, now for example, we have many types of event that can be listed on the web page. Okay, number one, we have a click event. Maybe if we want to do something and then when somebody click maybe a button, then that is very easy for you to do like that. Okay, so we have an event called on click, right? So if I have, for instance, if I have a button here, if I have button here, I can say okay, and my button here like that. Okay, now say okay, click me. For instance, if you want to have some code to execute when the click event has happened on the web page, what you need to do, we now call an event that is listening to the click. All we do is just say on click is equals to, maybe you have maybe one of the function in JavaScript that you can call. For example, you can say okay, for instance, say okay, clicked, let's say click button. This function was not created. I know that you don't have problem of what you call a function, so this function was not created in our JavaScript, so therefore this is what we are going to do now. So we can get it and we can go back to our JavaScript file here. What we need to do, we create this function name with this name, right? Then we press it like this one. I know that you don't have problem with this. If you have problem with this, please refer back to our videos where we talk about function in JavaScript like that. Okay, now if we are doing this, maybe we say window that we alert, maybe let's say we want to alert something important to us. Let's say you have you have clicked a button here like that. Okay, if you now save this, you save all of the file here, then we come back to our browser here, then refresh this page. You have a button like that. Okay, if you now click on this button, you see that you have clicked a button like that. So this has listened to an event called click event, right? So because of we have added a button here, and then we say you should listen to the click event. If you listen to the click event, then this JavaScript that's embedded here, let it work when the click has taken place like that. So it is not only click event that is available. We also have maybe we also have what is it called? We also have another one, maybe on mouse over like that. Okay, I can say on mouse over like this. Okay, if mouse is over to maybe run the JavaScript there, then it's easy to do like that. Okay, when the mouse over it now, instead of click, if you click nothing will happen, but when you move your mouse over it, then the JavaScript will run like that. Okay, so even if you click nothing will happen. Even if you click nothing will happen, but immediately when you move your mouse over it, look at it, nothing happen until the mouse is on top of it like this, then JavaScript will run like that. Okay, apart from this event, we also have a mouse out, a mouse out. So a mouse out, um, a mouse leave, for example, mouse leave. Let me say a mouse leave here. A mouse leave. Maybe when the mouse leave the event, then we have a lot of them. Sometimes this kind of will help you to do that. Maybe I didn't see mouse out, but I see the mouse leave. I'm just trying it. Okay. So if you now refresh this one here, you have to refresh it because, do you understand here? Now nothing will happen, but when you mouse leave the button here, it will do the work for you, right? So nothing will happen at this moment, but when you mouse leave this button, the JavaScript will run like that. Okay, so apart from mouse like that, if you have a lot of them, I think if you say mouse here, you see that they highlighted or whatever. Mouse out is there, look at it. A mouse over, a mouse over, a mouse up, a mouse well, and all of them they are that kind. A mouse down or something like that, a mouse enter, a mouse leave, and other things like that. Okay, we have a lot of events. We can test them, we can try them. They are easy to use sometimes, so depending on what you actually are doing like that. We also have another event, maybe event that is actually see we where you maybe at the time maybe you are kind of typing some things on your input. Maybe you have an input field here. Maybe you have an input field here, mouse maybe over. Let's say you have an input field here. Sorry, I do have not feeling that good condition today, and the kata is like can't see the call. Okay, let's say I have an input here that is just a type of, let's say the type of the input is text. The type is text, and maybe the placeholder, if you know all these ones, right, ranging from where we do our HTML class form of today. If you didn't know that one, we check our tutorial on that. We did it this week for the form, right? Okay, if we have a folder here that says maybe enter your name like this. Okay, so now this type, if you save it here like this and then you refresh this page here, you'll be able to see a form like this, right? So that will allow you to type. If you're typing, then no problem like that. Okay, we have one special element that will give you, like, let me just do something here. I think, well, what I want to do here, I want to, anytime you type, whatever you type, I want it to be accessed with the JavaScript here, and this maybe in this function here. Let me say, okay, let me create a function. Let me say get input data like that. Okay, if I have a function that will get input data from a form, what could I do? I need to get access to the form. Alright, how can I get access to the form? I have to give it a form identifier, or maybe I can just use the tag name to get access to the form. Let's say I can say get element by tag the name. For example, if I don't want to do that, I can get element by ID here. Then maybe the name of the ID in the element should be like, let me say input, like that. Okay, or maybe let me give it another name. Let's say is a name. Okay, but we actually didn't put any let's say dollar. Okay, sorry, let me see for name is equals to this one like this. Okay, now if we want to actually see this name here, we need to say have access to what is in the form, right? What is in the form can be accessed with this function called value here. You can do it like this, value. Therefore, get the form, whatever you type will go into this value, maybe after you click on it or something like that. Okay, so form input, let me just create this class, and JavaScript will ask it to work. So a form input have a lot of events. One of the most popular event is, let's say, we have what we call key down event. Okay, what is key down? Let me just see it here and let me just work on it. This is my input. Let me, normal way we can do it. We have the input and we say key. We have key press, key down, key whatever like that. Okay, key down, and key down here. We want to run the JavaScript here. This is the JavaScript we want, and we want to get the content like that to pass through the JavaScript there. Okay, now when the key is down, for instance, when you press the key like that, so I want whatever you press at the time that you are pressing it, I want it to go into the JavaScript like that. That is what you say on key. Anytime you press key, JavaScript will run. Anytime you press a key, JavaScript will run. Anytime you press the key, JavaScript. What do I think we will do? Let me try to see if anytime you press a key, I want the JavaScript to put that key that I press into this paragraph here. Then in this paragraph, I need to give it an ID. Alright, in this ID, I will now say is equals to, let's say, result. Result should be here like that. Okay, result should be here like that. Okay, now if I come back to my HTML here, now I was successfully getting what the user has been inserted into the form and save it in this file. Now the only challenges here is for me to be able to get to put this name into that paragraph I just specify as a result here. That is my only problem here, like that. Okay, so now if I come down here, since I have already gotten the name, then what I will do here, I will say get element by this ID. What is the name of the ID? In order that ID is what we call a result, like that. Okay, so the result is like that. Okay, now if I do inner HTML like this, we say is equals to name is equals to a name, just like that. So this one will get the element and then insert what the user is typing, like that. Okay, so let me just a quick recap. So the user will type the name. This JavaScript will graft what the user has been typed, what the user typed, and then display it inside this thing here, like that, like so. So let me just try it and see what will happen here. If I now okay, if I now start typing it, we're not going to see anything. Okay, which means our code is not actually running, or maybe we have some issue somewhere, like that. Okay, on key down, nothing happened. On key down is equals to get an element by this. Okay, maybe the problem is from the JavaScript. To get element by ID, result in our HTML is equals to the name, get element by ID name here. This ID name here, I think we use another ID there, right? So let me go back to HTML. There we see where is the ID in this form here. I think we don't have the ID here, so that's what the problem is coming from, right? We don't have the ID. So how will we do this? We say ID is equals to a name here, right? So if we save this file, we come back to our code here, refresh it here, you save it here like this, try to type, you see we still have a problem there. Maybe nothing happened like that. Okay, so let me just check it again. Input type text, ID is the name. Okay, in this one we are calling get input data as a function and key down Okay, so I think everything should be okay. Okay, get input data over name is the value. Okay, on key down result, get element by ID. Okay, it's okay. Result inner HTML is okay, name is also okay, so everything is okay. But let me check this one. Is it actually the same way I write it here? Result here is also okay, like that, like so. So what's the problem? Okay. What's the problem? Like that. Okay, let me refresh this page here, try it again, try it again. Nothing is happening, right? So let me try the key up. Let me try the key up on key down on key up. p up is equals to this. All right. Nothing is happening. So that is the issue of programming thing. You have to do it over again, and if you find the solution state, okay. If you didn't find the solution, that is how we keep trying until it works. Sometimes this kind of problem might lead you to, let's say, 2-3 days trying, and you shouldn't have like discourage of retrying it. You have to retrying again and again and again. ID is equals to result, the text type, right? Name is equals to get element by ID. Let me log. Okay, let me log what we have gotten here to see if exactly we have gotten in there. Let me console log it to see. Oh, maybe we sorry. Okay, let me log it up here. Get input data. Are you sure? The same name? Yes, the same name, sure. The name get element by ID name dot value. Let me log console dot log. Are we logging? Let me log the name inside my console and see what exactly is happening there. My mouse is not even entering into the place. I don't know what's the actual problem there. Okay, this might not be a last problem there. Oh, let me check my console if I don't have any syntax error or something like that. Okay, this is my console. Let me check the console, reload the page. Not any problem there. In my console, I don't have any problem there. JavaScript, for instance, if I have a problem here, maybe I don't have this one, maybe refresh it here, come down here, JavaScript will be console to tell me that that's the problem, like here. But it didn't say anything to me. Network resources. No. What we should do, let me just for this video and then rectify the problem, get back to it later. Thank you for, okay, because the time is consuming on this video. And okay, sorry, document, sorry, please, for that document document get element by ID document get element by ID. So if you now save all of these and then we get in there, refresh the page here, probably you see that. Okay, now if you try to say S, you see that S appear here. Whatever you're typing, you see it will appear in this place. Let me close this. Let me increase the width of this, and then so that you'll be able to see the actual what is happening. So anytime you type what you have been typed, what you typed will just display and down there. Okay, so that is it. So sometimes you can little bit modify this, and there is what we call key up and key down. There is differences between key down and key up. If you use down here, okay, event key down here, you can see this, okay, down, okay. Now save this, all of these, okay, and you come down here, refresh this page. Key down is running, but when you click first one, you see that you hear my sound of keyboard, nothing will happen. But if you create the next one, you see that is what we call key down. The second one will not work, and like so. Is that okay? But if you're deleting here, you see that, and something like that. Okay, that is the only differences between key up and key down. So this also can be very useful to a situation whereby you want to let's say do some validations to check maybe the count. Maybe, so you see that we can even count the numbers of string that we are typing there. Maybe we can do something like that. Okay, now in JavaScript here, you see, instead of to see this, we can do this document dot length here. You save it here, you'll be able to see the numbers of characters people are typing there. Okay, but I think we need to use key up there. Okay, on key up, not key down. On key up. Okay, now if you save this, refresh this page, okay, then refresh it and key down. As you type in, you see number 1, number 2, 3, anything you type in the JavaScript is counting them like that. Okay, so the last thing I think we can also use to with this key down properties on the form is the ability to maybe validate an input. Let's say it's the type of password, and you see the rules of validation you define in your form is that the form must be a, let's say, must be a 8 characters like that. Okay, so what you need to do, maybe it has to be an 8 characters before you say okay, you want to like see display some things that says or maybe something like okay, you want to display whether it's a correct wrong password or is weak password like that, something like that. Okay, what we want to do, we want to change this one to password type, and if the number of what you type is less than 8, it's a weak password. If it's greater than 8, you have a strong password. That's what we want to do here. Now if we come down to JavaScript here, okay, then after this we have gotten the name or the password we type. Let me just say password. Oh, this is a keyword. We can't use variable with the name of keyword. Pass the let's say okay, pass. Let's say pass, right? Oh, okay, now we want to do an if condition here. We see if, okay, if the pass, okay, sorry, pass, that's PHP for me, length, pass that length is, let's see, if this one is greater than 8, greater than or equals to 8, then what I want you to do for me is I want you to say the message is equals to strong password, like that. Okay, else if it is not, then we can say is weak password. You can say a message is equals to, let's say, a weak password. Don't forget that this variable declaration is that is var and var or late. Or I can say at this moment we can also define a variable to be late like this. Okay, we can late it be like that. Okay, instead of using var you can use also late. We don't put semicolon here. So now what I want to put in that place, I want to put a message. I want to put a message there. Okay, now if I save all of this and then come down here, refresh this page here, if you are typing here, you will see that, okay, we have a problem there. Do we refresh? Yes, we do. But it's not actually doing what we asked it to do, right? Okay, documented get element by ID message. Okay, pass the length is greater than or equals to 8, but let me just use var here. Sorry, let me use var here so that I don't have a problem there. Okay, refresh the page here, start typing. You see, when you start typing, you see wrong password, weak on. When you reach 8, you see that this is strong password like that. Okay, when you say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, you see strong password. 9 10, whatever is strong password. So we have a lot of things we can do with this. Sometimes you might need to say, okay, if the password didn't reach 8, you can make submit button disappear, but when it reach 8, make the submit button to appear again. So there are a lot of cool things we can do with this, and they are really helpful and guiding the users in terms of filling your actual data. So there are others events that we didn't talk about. For more details, you might like contact us. Maybe if you meet in the interactive class, we talk about it. Thank you for watching.